And that's how the aliens built the pyramids. It's all connected, people.
Legends! What's up, legends? How are we, boys? What is good? What is good? Short strip. Look at that. It's been an hour and a half. God, that's a good intro. God, that's a mighty, mighty intro, mate. It's been an hour and a half. It's time to go. It's time to wrap it up. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the stream, like it. But yeah, we don't have time for anything else. I do have to cut some people from that. Super Gamer, you're cut. You're definitely out of the intro. I need to finish the Vietnamese vlog. Then I need to make Storm Strickland hoodies. Then I need to work on the intro. Why do I still work in construction? I don't have time for my job. I've got too much to do on the YouTube. How is everyone? Good to see everybody. Hello. How is everyone? What is up, James Winston's Advocate? Are you new here? Is this a new person? Welcome, Squirrely, Justin and Jock. All right. Looks like we got new people coming from Jock's channel. You love to see it. Welcome, guys. Please like the stream. I make MMA, I make combat sports content every day. What's up, MMA Dinga? Madinga MMA. How are you, Madinga? It's Madinga with another donation. How are you, brother? Good to see you, mate. Hope you are well. Let's turn down the intro tune a little bit, my God. How are you, David's Figueiredo's fan page? What is up, Mr. C? Down with Dana White. I want his head. I want his head. It doesn't matter, boys. We're going to be getting into the BKFC. This is going to be a dual channel, UFC and BKFC. Tell you what, I've been doing some Mick Terrell interviews. I've been listening to Mick Terrell's story. It's sad that I'm jumping in towards the end of his career. It's how I feel with, I feel very similar to how I felt when I was jumping into Michael Bisping right at the end of his career. But it is what it is. How are you, Mixed Martial Artist? Good to see you, man. Just finished my recent video. What did you think of it, mate? Chimaev has died. Chimaev has been choked out, I know. Hope the numbers start to go down with the UFC so they can change. I've unsubscribed from everything to do with the UFC. I'll still be watching, but I'm just going to go back to pirating it all for free. They should give the entire UFC to me. I know how to fix it. I bet you would, Davidson Figueiredo's fan page. Davidson Figueiredo versus Alexander Volkanovski again and again and again and again. I'm doing good, Noob Cake. How are you? I hope you're all well. Short stream. We're going to wrap it up, boys. How are you, Funzy? Good to see you. I've never seen you before, Funzy. How are you? Welcome. Please subscribe and like and all that good stuff. Dougie's still letting his headphones make him feminine. I know. I need to start wearing a beanie, but I'm worried that I'll be like too much like the MMA guru or Mexican martial arts if I'm always wearing a beanie. But maybe they were onto something. Because as we have now seen, boys, using the power of science, headphones make you gay. Impression of Dougie getting scared from a Freddy game. I've sat on my balls. I've sat on my own balls. That's cool, kid. When's the jab popping tier? When is the jab popping tier list dropping? I've actually done a tier list about all the fighters on steroids before. Davidson Figueiredo's fan page. What's up, Bilal? How are you, man? Hope you're going well, brother. What's up? What's up? What's up? How you been? Dougie is the busiest MMA YouTuber. I actually legit might be. I think MMA Che does coaching. I think Bedtime MMA just trains on the side. I know Guru doesn't do anything. I think Lucas Tracy has a fitness career. I might be the busiest MMA YouTuber out of all of them. Do you think Islam faked his injury? I don't know. It's weird. So there are multiple stories coming out about Islam Makhachev. According to his team, he has a hand injury. Yet he's shooting shotguns. So... But then according to Ilya Tapuria's team, the only reason the fight didn't go through is because of the money. So it's the money on their end, but then Islam's team is saying that he does have a hand injury. So if he's shooting shotguns, how bad can his hand be? How are you, Cheddarhead? Good to see you. OG of MMA YouTube, Cheddarhead. How are you, man? Good to see you, dude. There's nothing wrong with copying Grandmaster and Guru. Maybe the beanie is the key to MMA YouTube success. Maybe it is. Maybe headphones not making you gay is what it is. We are unsubscribing from any UFC content. I did unsubscribe. I unsubscribed from Fight Pass today. So I still have access to it until my subscription runs out. And I unsubscribed from Paramount Plus today as well. Crazy. And then I did subscribe to BKFC, and I'm going to start looking at their back catalog. Molkachev, what's up, Recon MMA? How are you, man? Dougie, why didn't you tell us you copied Mexican martial arts idea to abandon the UFC? I did. They keep copying my idea. They all come here. They all lurk. And they copy my ideas. They go back and they listen to the streams in podcast form. And while I'm asleep for 8 hours, they all come up with these great ideas on their own. I'm telling you, this is what happened when Lucas Tracy said we should raid the White House, the Apex. And I was like, motherfucker, that was my idea. When Guru was like, we got to ban all the Dagestanis, like, that was my fucking idea. When motherfuckers start copying my thumbnails... Lucas Tracy stole the fighter matrix and just started ranking fighters out of 100 points. That's literally my greatest idea. Oh, it's the worst, mate. Dougie, why didn't you tell me we did that one? Dougie needs a short black fighter to collaborate with. Do I? I do. I guess everyone's got their own short black fighter to collaborate. Who will be my short black fighter to collaborate with, guys? O'Day Osborne. If Islam gets another fight booked around the time of the White House, but obviously not on the White House card, he was 100% exaggerating his injury. That's true, Owen. Like, now Islam sort of locked himself into not being available until 2 months after the White House card. And that's so much time since his last fight. Dougie is going full anti-UFC. No, not anti-UFC, noob cake. No, not anti-UFC. Just broadening our combat sports diet is how I've been thinking of how to word it. Just kidding. I know you are, Bruce. I'm just kidding too, mate. You cannot counter the zest in the headphones by absolutely blasting the volume to kill... You can counter the zest in the headphones by blasting the volume to kill the microbite. That's a great idea, Davidson Figueiredo's fan page. Do not let the gay plastic touch your ears. Just have them here like this, and then turn the music all the way up. And that way you will not become gay, but you will still enjoy your own podcast. That's a great idea, mate. That is a great idea. If you don't have Paramount, how will you watch the UFC? I know there's no way to watch the UFC. I'm going to be a couple of seconds behind when we do the live streams, but I don't care anymore because it's probably going to be grappling. JG2 just popped in so we wouldn't feel bad for platforming our nemesis. I know! Cheeky! JG2 pops in, says g'day, and then the very next stream he's on, he's got the bloke that stole my thumbnails. What a world I live in. It's so strange being this little sub 4,000 subscriber channel, just doing my thing, swimming through my sea of MMA media, just making my content, sharing my views, and then you see people just blatantly ripping my shit off. It's very weird. Storm the Apex, they can't stop all of us. That was literally my idea, Recon. That was literally we did an entire live stream. OGs of Dougie's Corner will remember this, Recon MMA. We did a whole stream where we came up with a battle plan, where to line up. We came up with picket signs. We had people emailing Las Vegas to see if we could get a permit to protest on the streets. We were literally organizing a protest at the Apex. What if we want to become gay? No, Noobcake, then you just do jujitsu. But you're a woman. You're already bi, Noobcake. So this is just the way that it works, mate. Don't ask me. Bring it up with the big man. Start a BKF stream called Blood and Damage. The Blood and Brain Damage. That's a great idea. Maybe that's what we'll name BKFC Tuesdays. Blood and Brain Damage Tuesdays. I'll either be grappling or the fabled blue screen. You remember the random fucking unk beefing with the cameraman and the lights shuttering? They literally can't even keep the fights on. Yeah, I know, Davidson Figueiredo's fan page. It's not worth like $1,000 a year. It's insane. How are you, Eric? Good to see you, mate. You know what, Eric? You're finally going to be getting your fabled shirt very soon. I'm going to wear it for Freedom 250. The Dougie is coming to America in 2025 shirt, that the elusive "Where is the shirt?" I'm going to wear it during the stream of UFC Freedom 250, and then I'm going to mail it to you, Eric. So very soon, you're not going to have to ask me where the shirt's at. It'll be with you. We are the David in the MMA YouTuber world. We will conquer Goliath in Jesus' name. Damn right we will, real Bruce Wayne. Dougie's becoming the biggest fish in the MMA sea. Maybe not a whale, but definitely a tuna. I think I'm becoming a bit of a tuna. You know, 4,000 subs ain't bad. And we did the gaming stream yesterday, and there were like 5 people that are not related to MMA at all. Like they popped on for the live stream, so the gaming channel's blowing up. I still have to keep plastering every day though, because that is what pays the bills. What's the beef with Flying Squirrel? Please explain the law. There's no, I don't have beef with him, but the dude like literally copied my thumbnails shot for shot. Not even kidding. The dude copied my thumbnails shot for shot. Here, that's it. Luckily, I just have to scroll up the Discord a little bit and I can show you. Because we were talking about it last night. Yeah, here it is, right here in the Discord. I'll share the Discord for you now, guys. But there's no beef with Flying Squirrel. Whatever, it is what it is, mate. You're not creative enough to think your own stuff. You're not creative enough to think your own stuff. There we go, look at that. Look at that. Look at his thumbnails, look at my thumbnails. Black and white background. This is back when I had the black and white background. I had the 2 fighter faces. He literally took the exact same writing that I had. Motherfucker. Motherfucker. Anyway, doesn't matter. It is what it is, mate. It is what it is. Alright, where am I up to? Noobcake is a chick. Noobcake is a chick. You can see her profile picture. You should get a UFC Apex mod for the colonizing game. Oh, a UFC Apex mod for the colonizing game. Does anyone know how to mod games? Could we make a country called the UFC and we invade them? I'm one of the boys. You are one of the boys, Noobcake. Dougie is the Cowboy Cerrone of MMA YouTuber. Hardest work. I am. I literally am MMA master. Guru can't even take his tree down. But where is it? Where is the t-shirt? There's a drawer right behind this sheet. Behind that, you see how I've got a fake wall here, Eric? And then behind this fake wall is a drawer. And inside of that drawer is a bag. And the shirt is in that bag, mate. How are you, Paul? Good to see you, mate. New Cake hates violence and she's a woman. Yeah, it's very weird why she's here. But she's one of the boys and she's getting into violence. Dougie, you're the Shane Burgos versus Josh Emmett of MMA YouTube. You were fun as hell, but you're still underground. I am the Shane Burgos versus Josh Emmett of MMA YouTube. You know what, Davidson Figueiredo's fan page? I am. You're right. You're right. Whip it out. You want to see the shirt? All right, I'll show you the shirt, mate. Where's the shirt? Where did I put the bloody shirt? Where's Eric's shirt gone? That isn't it. That's the wrong one. Eric, where's your shirt? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Hang on a second. That's the wrong shirt. Where's Eric's shirt? That's a different shirt. Hang on a second. Hold on now. Just hold on now, chat. Hang on. There it is! Right. Alright. What have I got this shirt for? These are 2 weird shirts. Hang on. Good slush. Shut up, dickhead. You're friends with the local twink noob. Alright, so this is Eric. Every day Eric starts the stream and he goes, where's the shirt at? This is the shirt. This is a very old shirt. We were doing sponsorships to get me to America in 2025. In 2025, we were doing sponsorships to get me to America. Dougie's Corner in America 2025. And anyone who donated would have gotten their name on the shirt. And Eric donated straight away. And there it says on the armpit, Eric the therapist. So I'm going to wear this shirt for Freedom 250. And I'm going to give it to Eric. And then not only that, as a special gift to Eric, because he's been such a massive supporter for so long, Eric gets my only banned t-shirt that I've ever made. Yeah, well, I'm not going to go into the airport. The idea was, Noobcake, I wasn't going to go to the airport with the word rapist on my chest. This is the Bryce Mitchell Freedom t-shirt. It's one of one. I made it on my t-shirt store and they banned it because it has the word freedom and the Bible on it and the American flag. So that obviously makes it hate speech. So this is a one of one t-shirt, which I don't think I've ever worn. Maybe I wore it during Bryce's last fight. But either way, Eric's getting that t-shirt as well. So there you go, Eric. There's the shirts out. Still got them. Ready for Freedom 250. Where's the shirt? It's usually... Where's Dougie's shirt is usually what we wonder. Well, we're getting out of summer now, aren't we, MMA Master? So everything's going to be back to you normal. Great video today, Dougie. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate it. Yeah. I don't want to keep harping on about it. I want to leave it there because I know Nacho is sick of me talking about it. And I'm sure there are plenty of people that are sick of me talking about it as well. So I just wanted to collate it and be like, here's the plan going forward. No more bitching. No more bitching about the UFC. Like, if the UFC sucks, the UFC sucks. That doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter if the UFC sucks. That's all right. Because, like I said, we're going to be making our own fun. From now on, we're going to be making our own fun on Tuesdays. BKFC press conferences, that kind of stuff. Where, like, I'm not one of these people to just sit around and bitch. I do things, right? I do. If I think the government's collapsing, I go out and I actually get a van that I can have it off-grid ready to go. I work for myself. If I'm bored by something, I will go and make my own entertainment. I'm not just going to be sit here cucked by the UFC bitching about it forever. I'll just fucking fix it myself. So we are going to have fun on this channel around combat sports and violence, whether or not the UFC is good from now on. I'm over it. I paid over $500 for that, by the way. I mean, you've definitely donated a lot of money to the channel, Eric. Absolutely. It's on the up. Why do you want to come to the USA? We are a dump right now. I've been to the USA twice and I really like it. It's a really nice country. Yeah, good people. Have sex wearing that shirt and then send it to him. No, that's disgusting. Sex shirt? No, Eric, no sex shirt. Dougie is the nerd all jocks copy off, but never gets invited after the after parties. I don't think I am the nerd, actually, Chan. That's the funny thing. Like, I kind of think I'm the cool one. Like, I go out and have a life. You know what I mean? Like, I go camping and I go out and, like, I meet the boys from the channel and we go to the local MMA events. Like, I actually don't think I am the nerd. To be honest, they're the ones that sit around in their fucking houses not doing anything. I actually go out. I heard something about a sex shirt. And what's up, Nacho? Good to see you, mate. Good to see you, brother. We were just talking about you. Just talking about you, man. And the picture of your cut. No picture of my cousins. That's for 5,000 subscribers. I feel like you summed up the situation well and represented it well as well. Oh, that's good, Paul. Yeah, like I know it's out there. I know Nacho's sick of us talking about it, like I was just saying before, and that's fine. So like I said, we're not going to keep bitching about it. We're just going to move forward with making it better. And I was listening to some Mick Terrell interviews today. Old interviews, but my God, that dude's lived a hell of a life. It's like I said, I feel like when I first started getting into the UFC, I saw Michael Bisping and Cowboy Cerrone right at the end of their careers. More so Bisping than Cerrone's. And I felt really let down that it was the end of the career because they seem like such cool characters and such cool people. I feel like that now about Mick Terrell. Like, he's like 41, 43 years old. He's been doing boxing and Muay Thai and bare knuckle all over the world. He was the BKFC champion. He's now inviting a young up-and-coming Scotsman into the BKFC. Like, this is obviously a very clear passing of the torch fight that we've seen 1,000 times before. And he might lose it just because of his age, and he might lose to the Scotsman. And I'm like, taken aback now. I'm taken aback now to exactly how I felt when I started watching the UFC all the way back then, man. I live in California, and we may get attacked by Iran. Oh, yeah, there's definitely going to be a attack. And it's definitely going to be from Iran. Right when the war is super unpopular, everyone's under attack from Iran. Just like with Pearl Harbor and the other dates of more recent events. Yeah, sure. You are definitely one of those. You are definitely one of those people, one of the nerds, or one of the people that don't get cucked by the UFC. Sex shirt is a great idea, guys. I think Dougie will do it and tell Eric, but not let us in the chat. No, I'm definitely not doing a sex shirt. Nacho is the man, but he's not but he's not. Wait, Nacho is the man. Nacho is the man. He's on his own about not being annoyed by the UFC. It does seem like that, Nacho. And look, it's fine. Like, it's fine because me and Nacho traditionally don't fucking agree on anything. Nacho and I never agree on anything ever. That's fine. That's fine. That's why he's the mod. That's why he's the mod. We're like an old married couple that never agree on anything. That's fine. But for once, it does feel like I am of the popular opinion that like TKO has finally slid all the way down now that we are in the Paramount era, and the first 3 months of the Paramount era have been dog shit. Nacho thinks it's always been pretty bad, not this bad. This isn't really any different, but I disagree. And that's all right. Me and Nacho disagreeing with each other is what we do. I'm old enough to remember when the UFC would say it was the fastest growing sport in the world. It ain't that anymore. How are you, Meat Rocket? Thank God you're here. Oh my God, Meat Rocket. I was about to shut down the show. I was about to say, you know what, Meat Rocket, I can't do this anymore. What the fuck is my dono? I just sent a dono. I guess it got shadow banned. I'm sorry, Eric. There is no dono. Was it? Please. God, I hope it wasn't another lot of money. I'm annoyed. I just try to focus on the positives instead of getting bogged down in the negativity. I'm always yin to Dougie's yang. There you go. Nacho is always yin to Dougie's yang. No, I agree, dude. Like, you do get on the positivity. And I'm done with the negativity, as I said in today's video. Thank you, Bilal, for 19 months. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for 19 months of membership. Yeah, so I'm not going to keep being negative, Nacho. I'm just going to move my attention into a direction that I find positive. It was a big donation? Motherfucker. One of the people that like to bitch about that, you are one of the people that like to bitch about things. I am not, actually. I am not. Hunter and the wrestling company that bought the UFC have taken the heart and passion out of it. They have. Like, they've ripped it from what it was into what it is now. And what it is now is not what it was. But what it was seems to be how the BKFC is. So that's what we'll be doing. Yep. Maybe Nacho is right. Maybe it's always been like this, but collectively a lot of people have had enough. Street the White House card. Have had enough. Fuck the White House card. Yes. Juke boy, how are you, man? Dougie, why am I hard? Because you're looking at me. And man or woman, this is an attractive motherfucker. So if you're gonna look at me, if you're gonna look at a Chad, if you're going to look at someone who came out of their mother and instantly ascended, didn't need to bone smash, was already ascended, obviously you're going to be feeling the effects of that. Do you watch Super Boxing? Dana fixed everything. I definitely do not watch Super Boxing. I couldn't give a fuck about it. I had enough after that. People have had enough after the White House was announced. Yeah, I think it was the stacking. It was the stacking of the White House on top of such a terrible card that people are just like, you know what? Done. Fucking done. You know what? I've had enough. You know what? I actually don't need to pay a couple of $1,000s a year for this shit. I think not having a season or anything like that makes fans get a lot more burnt out after a while. Yeah, I mean, without a season, you don't know when to feel like I'm excited to be back. So we sort of just wait for 6 weeks for the start of the year and hope that the start of the year will be good, and then the start of the year is inevitably not good. I do feel like there is a season to UFC now, and it sort of starts after International Fight Week and then gets really fucking good towards the end of the year, and then it's like another big slog. So I feel like we do have like a 6-month fun season, which will be good, again, for us to sprinkle in some BKFC around the content, because that will get us through that start of the year slog. I've no doubt the end of this year will be fun, but it was just really meant to kick off with, you know, the White House card. And the White House card is a fine pay-per-view. It's 50% of a regular pay-per-view. Yeah. Dana lies more than a woman. No offense to Noob Cake. Noob Cake knows what she gets into when she comes in here. Are you excited as shit for Ronda versus Gina? Couldn't give a fuck. But I like Netflix's production, and the shit talking at the press conference has been pretty great. And watching Francis Ngannou slime out Liam, or whatever his name is again, I can't remember. Liam? Don't remember. The old heavyweight, light heavyweight. Watching Francis Ngannou slime him out is going to be great. So, you know, We're looking up. We were starving for 6 weeks. We were starving for 6 weeks, and then we were fed, what's an equivalent? Cornflakes? Weetabix? We were fed grain. We were fed gruel. They starved us for 6 weeks, gave us gruel, and then they said, don't worry, you're about to have the best fucking meal of your life, and served us half of our regular dinner. This is why we're raging out. We got a 6-week break. What have we had of note since? It's halfway through. That's the problem, right? It's just taken so long to get the wheels going again. When was the last time we got 3 title fights on a card? We covered that in the last stream. I think it was 2017. Test, test, test. Hello, Eric. I can see you. Nacho, try these nachos with my sauce. Oh, right. Where is my dono? I don't know, Eric. Bruh, I'm trying again. I don't know, Eric. I don't know where the dono is. I'm sorry. They hyped the card prior to UFC White House. The card doesn't look good. It looks fine for a regular pay-per-view, but it is half of a regular pay-per-view. Again, I'm sorry to keep repeating myself to everyone that's in here, but this is Abdul's first time in here. Abdul, a regular pay-per-view has 14 fights on it, usually 2 title fights. This card has 6 fights on it. It's got 1 title fight and 1 interim title. This is a average to mid pay-per-view at best. He hid your dono so he doesn't have to say thanks, Eric. I can see it on the back. I did not hide your dono. I don't know why the donos aren't coming through. I've got the super chats in the browser turned on. I just turned them on and off again. I don't know what to do. I could try and find my PayPal, Eric, if you really want to donate, or you can just save it for tomorrow's stream and hope that it works again. Looks like I'm getting no donations from YouTube, which is great. Really good. We love that. Imagine eating a hot dog with mayo on it. Awkward moment. Yeah, Kewpie mayo is delicious though. What if Francis loses? Well, that will just make it even more exciting. The real Bruce Wayne, because MVP can then set him up with another bum for the comeback fight. There'll instantly be a rematch. Whether or not the Netflix card interests you, if you have Netflix, you should put it on in the background. The UFC needs some competition. Oh yeah, and you know, I did start off by saying like there's no way the Netflix card does more than the UFC White House card. I take that back now. After seeing what the UFC has done, I definitely take that back. Eric the therapist says, third try, bruh. Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, Eric. I don't know what to do. I can go to my channel. Do this. View channel. I can search to see if PayPal is in the description somewhere to find it quick. Because I used to put it at the bottom of my videos, but then my videos started getting shadowed. PayPal. Yep, here you go. Eric, if you really want to donate, and I appreciate you, you don't have to, but if you really want to donate, that's the PayPal there. I don't know what else to say, man. I can't control it, you know. YouTube just shadows me sometimes. Now they're shadowing donos. Isn't that fun? Mod to mod, thanks for watching my back, Nacho. Oh yeah, guys, Eric's the mod on the gaming channel. Craziness, isn't it? Enjoy the stream, guys and girls. Got to take the daughter to karate. Have a great time at karate with your daughter, Nacho. Have a great time at karate. Armin is winning every title but the UFC lightweight title. I know, poor Armin Sarukian. He's fighting around the world and cannot get a crack at the lightweight title. No more Abdul jokes. I didn't even make an Abdul joke. His name is Abdul. How much does a pay-per-view cost in Australia now? It costs $60. So it's $7 a month now. They dropped the price of Fight Pass. It's $7 a month for Fight Pass. It's $12 a month for Paramount Plus, and then it's $60 a month for the pay-per-views. I'm out. At that and everything on BKFC, the entire BKFC catalog, including their pay-per-views, are $8 a month in Australia. Sorry, $11 a month in Australia. So I'm out. My wallet is now firmly removed from the UFC's ass, and I will now be giving my money to the BKFC. Nacho about to watch better fights than last Sunday at the kids' karate class. True. Repeat, first comment from earlier. First like, has no one else liked? Has no one else liked? If you guys haven't liked the stream, I'm going to do this thing where I just fucking sit here quietly. What do you mean? There's 10 likes. It's all good. Could be more. It's 23 people in here and only 10 likes. I thought you guys wanted me to grow as a content creator, so I had time to do all the things I need to do, but that's all right. I guess you all just hate me. Peppercorn Mayo is 5. True, Duke Boy. Francis is a real scammer. Is he? Is he? He's got all the money and he hasn't have to take any of the hard fights. Is he a scammer? There's old Eddie Murphy bit. If you're starving and someone feeds you a cracker, you'll be like, God damn, that's the best cracker I ever had in my life. That's the UFC after the 6-week break. I mean, that's what I brought up in today's video. And, you know, I literally showed MMA Che saying word for word, it's a good card compared to what we've been getting recently. And that's the feeling. Like, you get constant slop non-stop. You're going to be happy that you got some food with some crunch. But this is half of the regular dinner we used to get. I kind of hope Francis loses. Dude seems like a douche. He does seem like a bit of a douche, doesn't he? Does MMA Guru still beat Stipe in a street fight after seeing Armin grappling him clip? Oh, no, Stipe destroys the MMA Guru. Destroys him. I can't aura farm if I PayPal you. That's true. That is true. You can't show the rest of the chat how much money you're spending on your Dougie if you're in the PayPal. That's true, Eric. Mayo infused with bacon. Sounds delicious. UFC stopping your donos for saying you're leaving them. Maybe, Alpeg. Maybe. Dougie, you make my day. Well, you make my day for being here, Duke Boy. Fighting round the Russell Crowe's fighting round the world. Duke Boy says, Dougie, how's your week been? Is there anything new in life? No, mate. I've got back from Vietnam, and since then I've hit the ground running. I spend all morning at the gym, then I make a video, then I go to work all day, then I come home and do the live stream, then I have dinner, and then I'm exhausted, and I try and spend some time with the misso. That's life right now. So tonight I really need to lock in and ignore her. I told her I'm completely ignoring you. I need to lock in on the Vietnam stream. Dana White stole your donation. That's what he does, Noob Cake, ever since he's become friends with them. Looks like my donation now. That'll go to Area Manual. Did you see Manuel Torres pulled out of the Dariush fight? I did. We got news, boys. We got news. Let's stop talking shit and let's get into the news, guys. Beneil Dariush is out. Beneil Dariush is out. Where is this shit? I didn't save that piece of news. Beneil Dariush is out, everyone, and I want the fight to go to Quaylen Salkild because he's an Australian Chad. However, Quaylen Salkild has shaved off his mustache, and without mustache, you don't have any knockout ability, nor do I think your parents still work in a bakery. I think if you shave your mustache, your parents aren't going to be working in a bakery anymore. They'll be shoved into the ovens instead. So that's very sad. But I hope Quaylen Salkild gets it. That way, Quaylen can get into the rankings. If Chris Duncan gets through Moicano, when Chris Duncan gets through Moicano, he'll be in the rankings. And then we have Quaylen Salkild versus Chris Duncan setting up for later in the year, early next year, which is the fight that we all want to see. We all know that's the fight that we want to see. There's a little bit more news to get to as well that I'll get to when I catch up on all the chats. It only shows one like on my side. I can see a couple of likes on my side, Real Bruce Wayne, but thank you, man. I appreciate you looking out for the chat. I just missed your response to the comment because I got 3 ads straight. Well, I'm sorry, Duke Boy, but I'm not saying it again, brother. Thanks for reminding me. Just cancelled my Fight Pass sub. There you go, Paul. You're welcome. Luke Thomas definitely hates the UFC because he was banned from press conferences. Well, there are many reasons. One might be because he was banned from press conferences, but also because he's a giant liberal, and the UFC is very right-wing, and Luke Thomas hates anyone that even thinks right-wing. Dougie needs a sugar daddy? I do. I need a Patreon, so this can be my job. Dougie, imagine being stuck in Vietnam when World War III starts and full martial law ensues. Well, it's a communist country, so they're already pretty under the yoke over there. But, you know, I definitely had enough dollary dues to live there for a full year. Dougie, I hope you stayed away from those Vietnamese ladies. I did, based retard. Good to see you, man. I hope you're well. Going to other countries in this political climate is dumb, in my opinion. No, the world rolls on, mate. I'm going to Eastern Europe in the middle of the year. Shaving your mustache makes you trans. It's true. Like, if you get trapped in another country, you deserve it. That's true. That's very true. I changed my payment settings on my phone, so maybe that's it. I was still able to buy stuff, but it wasn't acting up like this. I hope it works, Eric, for my sake. Here's the rest of the news, boys. What is this? Why isn't it popping up? What the why? Because I set it to the Discord. And I closed the Discord, so now it's set to literally nothing. Rainier Ritter is moving up to 205. Robert Whittaker's nightmare. Rainier DeWitter is moving up to 205. He did an announcement at his gym where he bought everyone donuts. And he said, I hope everyone gets some donuts. We're going to need the weight because I'm moving up a weight class. I don't think this is going to fix shit. Rainier DeRitter at 205. What do we reckon? How does Rainier DeRitter go against Khalil Roundtree? I think Khalil Roundtree beats the fuck out of him. That's a dangerous matchup. He could probably get around Jamal Hill and Alexander Rakic. I'd say that's it. Maybe Jamal Hill and Alexander Rakic. I'm struggling to think of other names in the light heavyweight division that Rainier Derrida can get around. I think they're about the only two that I can really think of, you know. RDR is not an athlete. He's a jiu-jitsu guy. Oh, mate, I know. And did you watch the Hype FC jiu-jitsu tournament today? Just such a terrible, terrible, terrible sport. Horrible. The missus was watching jiu-jitsu today, and she's like, what is this? Why are they so gay? That's what she said. She literally goes, why are they so gay? Imagine being an Australian during the Great Sneeze. Oh, we spent 2 years in lockdown, and then our courts just did a payout to shut it all up to keep the politicians out of prison. I've noticed that once I open up the stream, the like counter only advances when I like it. I don't see other likes making the counter go up when I refresh that they are there. No, they're there on my end, but I appreciate you guys for liking the stream. It does mean a lot. Here in Australia, we have 3 Liberal parties. It's true, Meat Rocket. RDI has more coordination than Dougie. No. I coordinated a multifaceted stream on the gaming stream yesterday. Izzy and Robert Whittaker are best friends now. It makes sense. You make friends with your enemies. That makes total sense. I saw someone in the comments of an M&A YouTube video a couple of days ago saying that they saw him and person and said he was going to move up. They saw him in person and he said that he was going to move up. Well, there you go. He must have been thinking about it for a while. But he's finally told his team. Also, that we need to have a moment of silence. A moment of silence. A great man has been removed from the roster today. Chris Moutinho. The human punching bag himself. Hats off. Hats off for a real one. We lost a legend today, boys. You know, no one could take a punch like Chris Moutinho. Sometimes you'd go, wow, how can he handle so many punches? There were moments there where you thought, I've seen old heavy bags in old gyms that would fall off the hooks. They take less punches than this one. But Chris Moutinho, he could stand in the middle of that cage and fuck me, did he let you hit him in the face. We'll never forget him. We'll never forget him. Yeah, Chris Moutinho has been cut. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. What kind of cans? Who are they going to feed? What cans do we have to feed people to now without Chris Moutinho? Terrible stuff. Terrible, terrible stuff. Where am I up to? How are you, Mitch? Good to see you, man. I hope that you are well. I'm picking the Storm, by the way. Nightmare matchup for the Chechenian. Yeah, that is the main bit of news that is going down today. Main bit of news that is going down today. That is Khamzat Chimaev. Sean Strickland is in the works. Apparently, these are just the rumors. These are just the rumors. God, I'm going to be rooting for Strickland. I don't know if I'm going to officially pick him. I might have to officially pick Khamzat Chimaev, but I'm going to be rooting for Sean Strickland all the way till the end. What is stopping an Arman versus Oliveira rematch while Gaethje fights Ilya? Nothing. They could book that in tomorrow, Mr. C. But I don't think they want to book Arman Tsarukyan. They want to keep him away from the belt as much as possible. The rematch is going to be massive. Massive. It will be massive. Arman versus Oliveira will be huge. Man, you're in Melbourne. They copped at the worst of the lockdown bullshit. I know, Alpeg. Trust me, I'm in Melbourne. I lived through it. But yeah, news came through today that class action lawsuit. Just to... Literally because the entire government would need to get sued. That's how that went down. Yeah. So they just paid out to someone. I don't know. I'm not getting any of the money. Did Angel Jubilee get cut? Angel Jubilee did not get cut, sir. We get to watch the Great Lion be decapitated again. Brady Buckley got moved off that card as well, the May card. That's right. That's absolutely correct. Brady Buckley has been moved, and that is why we are now looking at a new main event of Aljamain Sterling versus Yusuf Zalal. So, Brady versus Buckley has been moved to UFC 328, looking like they're trying to stack UFC 328, which means the Apex card will be headlined by Aljamain Sterling and Yusuf Zalal. What a cracker of a card I'm sure that'll be. Who cannot wait for Aljamain Sterling to start grappling with Yusuf Zalal? Isn't that just going to be the most fun you've ever seen? RIP to a legend, not Chris Moutinho. I know, his legacy is just for losing. It's true. I'm Russian. There is no such thing as a liberal party here. I know you guys live under the great Vladimir Putin. Shout out to my boy. What is him moving up going to, what is RDR moving up going to fix? Literally nothing. The guy doesn't have a gas tank. Maybe him cutting weight is what causes the gas tank issues, but he quit at the heavyweight fight and won championship, so I don't know. Mr. C is a casual. No, he isn't. At least we still have the great Brown Hope Jubilee. Mate, as long as we have Anshul Jubilee, I'll never really stop watching the UFC while we have Anshul Jubilee. Roster Watch didn't cover it. They counted Moutinho as broken inventory category. The heavy bags, yeah. He's not actually cut from the UFC. He's just going to the storage room at the back. Damn, I thought you were saying Moutinho actually died. No, it's a fun little joke that we'll never watch him again. Tai Tuivasa lives on in the rankings. Yes, Tai Tuivasa. I can't believe it. Got back into the rankings of a loss. Tai Tuivasa. Let me bring it up. Tai Tuivasa finally removed from the rankings. Tai Tuivasa, where is it? Thank you, Eric, for the $1.50. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, dude. Here it is. Thank you so much for the $1.50, Eric. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Tai Tuivasa, back in the rankings. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Tai Tuivasa back in the rankings. Unfucking believable. They cut some heavyweight. I forgot who it was, but they kept Tai Tuivasa. God almighty. Bro, I'm Russian, and even I'm rooting for Strickland. I don't blame you. Strickland is just more fun, isn't he, mate, Rocket? I was referring to Whittaker versus RDR. Oh, were you real, Bruce Wayne? What are we talking about? Oh, yes. Whittaker versus RDR up at light heavyweight. It'll be massive. It'll be huge. Robert Whittaker won't allow RDR to cheat again this time. Sean is easily a W. I don't know if he is, Ghost. I don't know if he is. Colby versus Dana should be a shit talk fest. That'll be a good one. That'll be a really good one, but it's wrestling. I don't care. I don't care about RAF wrestling. I don't care about any of it. Yes, Eric. Test. Thank you for the $1.50, Eric. I appreciate it. American dollars. An inch and a half of Americanism. That's good stuff. Who really thinks Sean can defend Khamzat's takedowns? I mean, he was able to defend Fluffy's. But Khamzat has very different takedown entries to Sean Strickland. Holy shit! Ah!
Can't wait for more FNAF streams. This makes it over $1,000, by the way.
Thank you, Eric! Thank you so much for the 100 American dollars. Thank you so much. That is a lot of money. That's now $100 a month for the last 2 months that you have donated. That's actually insane. If you don't know what Eric is referring to, yesterday on the gaming channel, we did a gaming stream called what was it called? Five Nights at Freddy's. Eric became the mod. We had 20 people in there at one point. 5 people with nothing to do from this channel. They're completely unrelated to this channel. And it was amazing. So thank you so much, Eric. I really appreciate that, man. And if you guys want to get in at the other channel, the link is down in the description. And this is what we did yesterday. We did a live stream. We did a Five Nights at Freddy's live stream. It was just me playing a bit of a horror game with the boys. One room distance at a time. You can't try to access that. You can lure him. And it was a damn good time. We got a damn good time, guys. I got very scared all of the time. I sat on my own ballsack. It was wonderful. It was really, really good. It was really, really good. Yeah,
that's just a ghost.
Scared the shit out of me and stuff like that.
That's just a ghost.
So it was great. So if you guys are interested in that, Hilltop Gaming. But thank you so much, Eric. I really appreciate the $100. Second time in a row that you've done $100. Thank you so much, Eric. That's a lot of money, man. I really, really appreciate you. You're putting me through a job. I appreciate you so much, Eric. And over $1,000 since we've been together on our channels. Amazing, man. Thank you so much, dude. They'll keep feeding Tai Tuivasa to new prospects. Essentially, you win a contender series fight at heavyweight, you become a Tai Tuivasa. Your next fight is Tai Tuivasa. Tai Bam Bam Tuivasa, baby. Potentially the biggest joke fighter in the UFC. I've not heard anyone talking about him seriously in like 2 years, and yet he's ranked again somehow. Costa will do better at light heavyweight than Dorito or Whittaker. Yeah, they're actually all the middleweights are just leaving because Khamzat Chimaev is such a terrible champion. Big Tummy Ty back in the rankings is crazy, isn't it, Install Driver? Pocket change for a brother like me. It is pocket change for a brother like you, Eric. Thank you for another $100. Eric dropping the big bucks. He always does. Gracias, senor. Gracias, gracias, gracias. At what point must you start calling Eric your daddy? I will never do that, ever. He already calls me daddy. You see, this is why I can't do it, right? It was a good stream. It was a great stream yesterday, wasn't it? 5 people unrelated from your channel in the gaming channel. Yes, the channel's growing organically. And they're just the people that popped in during the live stream. Like, more people have subscribed, but these guys just jumped in because we were live again on the gaming channel. Eric protecting my country and Dougie's pockets. It's true. How are those 5 people in the gaming channel but not here? Well, I don't advertise the MMA channel on the gaming channel. Like, the gaming channel has its own shorts going up, and they're collecting their own audience. So all these shorts are on YouTube collecting their own audience. So it's building its own independent... It's building its own independent list of subscribers. Like, if I go to the gaming channels... If I go to the gaming channel's back end... You can see the subscribers somewhere. Where is it that you can see your subscribers? I don't remember. You can view your subscribers somewhere. No, hold on. Oh, recent subscribers. Here we go. Yeah. There's all these people that have been subscribing to the channel. All these people that have been subscribing to the channel. Like, I have no idea who these people are. I have no idea who these people are, but they've been subscribing to the gaming channel, which is interesting. Interesting. There's Noob Cake. So yeah, it's been good. It's been a good experience. It's been a good experience. But yeah, back to MMA. This is the MMA stuff. MMA stuff. Where am I up to? Eric protecting my country, Doug's pockets. How they? You seen what Ronda Rousey and Francis Ngannou was saying about the UFC and Mr. Clean, Mr. Dana White? Is that what you're talking about, Ghost? I did see that. They were really shitting on Dana White, and it was glorious, wasn't it, Ghost? It was absolutely wonderful. It's what the UFC needs to light a fire under their ass. You lost based on damage to pixels on a screen. A slideshow, a picture slideshow. Yes, I nearly lost a ball. How may the therapist be some sweet... He may be a therapist, but I tell you what, he'll donate to you while he's tearing you apart. About to hop into a woman's flyweight right now in UFC 5. Going to play as my girl, Natalia Silva. Shout out to our wife, Natalia Silva. Why don't you have an ironic Australian mustache? Because I don't have an Australian face. I've got an Eastern European face. I have my Serbian face. So I look nothing like my father. Don't know if he is my father, but he's doing the best job he can, and I appreciate him for it. But I don't have the ironic Australian face, so I can't pull off the mullet and the mustache look. I think it's kind of funny that MMA fighters seem to really lack how to actually build up strength. Holloway trying to bulk up to 155, doing circuits and 25 pounds is hilarious. When his task is to deal with the isometric strength versus Oliveira. I agree, Cayman. Like, it's all going to be about core strength and lat strength. You'll notice how big the backs of these fighters are. Everything's coming from the back and the core. Gaming is more interesting than the UFC. No, I like the UFC more. I find gaming to be a little bit boring, but it is a fun channel to do. How are you, Yuri? Good to see you, mate. I hope that you are well. Played Red Dead Redemption 2 on your gaming channel. Make it a whole series? No. I've played Red Dead Redemption 2. It's a horrible game. You actually have to make some time to do heavy lifting to deal with the body logs. I agree, Cayman. Squats, deadlifts, lat pull-ups, all that kind of stuff. Imagine Dougie blowing up in his gaming channel while still under 5K on the MMA channel. I don't think that'll happen, Chino. The market's too saturated there. Already about 500. Yeah, it is crazy, man. Cybercop, you must be a casual. Got to do a vertical stream on the Hilltop channel. I will do a vertical stream on the Hilltop channel. Yeah, it'll make it easier to clip as well. Khamzat will beat Strickland. I'm sure he will, Yuri, but we're going to go for Sean the Storm Strickland on this channel, Yuri. We are part of the Stormland team, and we are going to be making Storm t-shirts. Get the Jimmy Crute haircut, the full mullet, huh? I told you, Dougie, to make a gaming channel, by the way. Did you, Eric? I don't remember if you did. You have Georgian, Turkish, Armenian face. Yeah, no, I've got an Eastern European face. Abturo. I'm just an unpaid media manager at this point. Well, you're paying me, ironically. That is why I claim 51% ownership. Well, I reject your claim. Does anyone here eat mustard with eggs? That sounds gross. MMA fighters can't differentiate between bodybuilding and strength training. It's like the normies may not know these two different things. I know, Cayman. I agree, mate. Like, proper strength training is completely different to bodybuilding, which is why I think I'm very naturally strong, but I just don't look that jacked, which is very weird. Red Dead Redemption 2 Chapter 1 is boring. After that, your gaming is diamond. You're missing it. I've played it all the way up to the point where you start the third... You're on the farm at the end after the main character has died of his heart attack or whatever it is. After he's died of his sickness and you're rebuilding your life on the farm, and that old bastard... Dutch the bastard got away. Fucking Dutch. Yeah. I'm not interested in that. Grape Sneeko? No, don't Grape Sneeko. Stop. Cybercop, do you remember me? There we go, Meat Rocket. What do you think of the White House card? I think it is a mid card literally at best. I think a regular pay-per-view has got 14 fights on it. It has got 2 title fights on it. They used to have 3 title fights on them every now and then. Now you're looking at a 6-fight card that has 1 title fight on it and 1 interim title fight on it. By any metric, it's half decent. Where has my man Drew Dober been? Not the fighter, the dude who would troll in this chat, but there was never a Drew Dober in here that would troll in the chat. Red Dead Redemption 2 is the best game ever made. No, it isn't. It's very boring. Red Dead is a disgrace to all the Dutch. RDR is a disgrace to all the Dutch kickboxers. Why? Why is he a disgrace? Because he quits all the time? Is that what it is? Is that what it is? Huh? Does no one care that Nasruddin Imavov is being fucked? Like, does anyone care that Nasruddin Imavov is kind of fucked here? Like, shall we just quickly... Nasruddin Imavov Tapology. Like, does anyone remember this guy? Nasruddin Imavov? 30 years old? Yeah? Beat Kyle Baralho, beat Israel Adesanya, beat Brendan Allen, beat Jaron Cannonier, beat Roman Dolidze. Does anyone beat Yaquin Buckley, Edmund Shabazian? Yeah? Does anyone give a fuck about Nasruddin Imavov? Like, lost 2 fights in the UFC. Clearly the number 1 contender. Hello? Anyone? Anyone care about Nasruddin? No, Nasruddin can just go fuck himself, I guess. Nasruddin can just eat a giant Nasrudick. Is that what's going on here? Nasruddin can just eat a Nasrudick. Where am I up to? What? Where am I up to? We demand an X-ray from Islam. We do demand an X-ray from Islam with his whole "my hand was hurt" bullshit. I don't believe him at all. Lying during Ramadan is haram, brother. Yeah, haram, brother. It is, brother. This is true, brother. Yuri is saying, what? What do you mean you don't like Red Dead Redemption 2? It's not a good game. Yeah, lying during around. I was checking a breakdown of Holloway by Jackson Podcast. They're saying Holloway built the frame, but I was thinking just because you have the frame doesn't mean you have the nervous system to recruit for the muscle fibers to produce force like you do in heavy lifting. It's like you got to put the engine oil in the muscles. They're not just the ripped muscles. Yeah, dude, you're exactly right. I mean, it is literally the it's the old adage of like you can look big and strong, but those bodybuilding muscles don't really have anything in them. You know, those bodybuilding muscles are all just for show. So yeah, I mean, this is an old school thing from old gym going, mate. For the muscle fiber to protect, yeah. There definitely was a troll named Drew Dober in this chat, unless this chat is haunted and I'm seeing ghosts. There's probably a bigger chance of this chat being haunted because there definitely wasn't a Drew Dober in this chat. That's definitely not a thing that existed, mate. I'm sorry to let you down so much, but there was no Drew Dober in here. I'm sorry. Imavov doesn't deserve it if he doesn't want to fight his brother and Sean beat him. Yeah, but he's on a bigger winning streak, right? Imavov and Volkov Getting bent. Imavov and Volkov are getting bent over. He's a French Muslim. Who cares? All right, Shedhead. All right. Jesus Christ, mate. People forget, man. Oliveira beat Max and it was boring. Oh, no, Yuri. We don't forget at all. It's kind of all we've been talking about this week. He's the new French fighter, Imavov. Sideland like a second choice. Wales. Stacey gets sideland like a second choice while Stacey gets with the Chad. That is the way that it always works out in life, Eric. This is why you must become the Chad boys. Looks, Max, Ascend, copy yourselves after me, right? You want a nice, tight jawline, thick jaw, no need to bone smash. Ripped, strong, Chad, speak your mind, swim upstream, work for yourself, get your money up. This is what you should ascend to look like, boys. He is Cyril Gaon's Dagestani version, the one that never gets any title fights, no matter how much he deserves it. I thought Nasruddin and Khamzat were buddies. Yeah, but that doesn't mean you can't fight each other. Like Jimmy Crute, no. Jamie Malaki and Quaylen Salkild were buddies. I mean, he still knocked him out. Sucks to suck. Sean beat him. Sucks to suck. Dougie on Gun. Why does he keep getting these shots? He cheats all the time. I mean, it's true. Cyril Gahn does cheat all the time. What's up, Dow? Oh, good to see you, man. Never seen you here before. Welcome to my channel. My name's Dougie. I make combat sports content every day. Like the stream and subscribe if you like channels like Bedtime MMA and MMA Guru. Dougie is Imavov and I'm Strickland. No, not true at all. I am Strickland. You are Imavov, beaten by me, or someone who got beaten by your Fluffy. I'm Strickland. Also, Dougie, why isn't Imavov getting a title shot? Yeah, why isn't Imavov getting a title shot? How is this a contradiction? Why does he keep getting title shots all the time? Why isn't Imavov getting a title shot? Yeah, how is it? I mean, Imavov cheats a little bit, but he's never gotten his title shot. Cyril Gahn's gotten 5. All right, 5. How was your Ramadan this year? Did you have any lamb? I ate everything. I ate lamb, I ate pork, I ate bacon, I ate everything. Trump requested Dorcas to be on the Freedom Card. I don't believe that at all. Black Combat is way better than the UFC. You're right. BKFC is way better than the UFC. When will you debate MMA Dinga? Dagger. I've never heard of Dag MMA. Who's Dag MMA, mate? Is that even a real channel, Yuri? Is that even a real channel? Huh? I've never heard of this Dag MMA. Let's have a look. Dag MMA, 2.7 subscribe. Who's Dag MMA? All right. He's got Sean Strickland, Khamzat, Chimaev mix-up. All right. He's got an amateur boxing record, which isn't true. Okay, he just makes things up. Good for him. Good for him. Good for him. Does he do lives? He does do lives. Good on you, Dag MMA. What do I need to debate him about? What's the problem? What's the go? Why do I need to debate Dag MMA? What's up with this young man, huh? Kid looks like 4 years old, brother. Well, big muscles aren't just for show. Bodybuilders are stupidly strong, but it's not the right fibers nor the technique. It's not the right fibers, not technique. Yeah, they don't have technique. This is very true. Very true, Eric. Ronda Rousey called and wants her jawline back. Exactly. You got to have a Ronda Rousey-esque jawline. Strong. Hooker hasn't denied being gay. No, he hasn't. Hooker's gay. There was definitely someone named Drew Dober in this chat. Was there? I don't remember them at all. Do you think Cyril will eye poke his way to a victory on the White House card? Probably. That's the only way he knows how to win. Probably. Hang on, how is Imavov above Sean in the rankings? Sean beat him and only has recently lost to DDP, Alex, and Cannonier. How is Imavov above Sean in the rankings? Because he's 9. What do you mean? Look at him. This is how he's above him in the rankings. Win, 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 win. This is how. Win. He beat Israel Adesanya. Knocked him out. Sean Strickland took Israel Adesanya to a decision. This is how. It's not that hard. It's not that hard to understand, is it, boys? Are you planning to watch any live MMA YouTube streams? What? Am I planning to watch any live MMA YouTube streams? Like watch other MMA YouTubers live? I already do. I watch James Lynch. I watch Luke Thomas. I watch the MMA Guru. I watch Fight Nights with Frankie. Yeah. Dougie's Corner is growing. We are growing a little bit. They both cheat. That's why I said that. They do both cheat. I caught on eventually. My gym bro is autistic about close grip lat pull downs. What is your favorite exercise? The deadlift. How are you, Bear? Good to see you, mate. How are you, Dougie? Your videos are spot on and they're good stuff. Well, thank you, Bear. I appreciate that, mate. Thank you so much, dude. Does Dougie's Corner growing mean that there are more cucks now? No, less cucks. Dag MMA is a Chimaev lover. Is he? Okay. Guru makes it seem like he fought Armin. He does. He makes it seem like he had a grappling match with him. If you like Gen Z rage baiters, then you'd love Dag MMA. I wouldn't. I wouldn't enjoy that at all. I think you swear that Drew don't. Let's watch a bit of... No, I mean watch actual MMA. I watch MMA every week. What are you talking about, Noob Cake? You know I watch MMA every weekend. We are here for it. We do it together. Let me listen to Dag MMA and see if he makes any insane points.
We are here. We are...
What is he talking about?
Second part of that clip was he was talking about John Jones. So I don't know what you're talking about. Out of context. Out of context. Simply out of context. You see an Instagram clip? This is the problem with today's youth. You guys see an Instagram clip? And,
With today's youth? Brother, you are today's youth. What are you talking about? You're like 9 years old. You're today's youth, Dag.
Yeah, Victoria Manager, White House. Okay, let's see. Where's this interview from? Ilya Turview. Yeah.
It's almost 11 o'clock, 11:30 the next morning, right? It was just non-stop negotiating between, I'm on the phone with Hunter for an hour and change, and then I'm going to get an hour and change.
He's also John Jones' manager, by the way. He's also John Jones' manager, by the way. Remember when the Tracer Test? No, Tracer Test didn't flash. It was somebody who flashed Tracer Test on her life. It was a dude, so. It was made after the person, everybody. He didn't snitch. What's up, Rube, bro? W Code Maxing Chad. Yeah, guys. Wrong through Tyler by Leonard Mansfield. Tracer Charles lived from Mall, down the hallway like that. It was take all the way down, knock him out. Not allowed to, it was currently, no, he's not. Khamzat Chimaev is the best fighter in the UFC currently. He was talking about Ilya. Did you watch the full clip?
Khamzat Chimaev is the best fighter in the UFC currently.
No, he's not. Khamzat Chimaev is the best fighter in the UFC currently.
Does he agree? Does he agree?
He was talking about Ilya. Did you watch the full clip?
He doesn't agree. He doesn't even glaze Khamzat Chimaev. Dude, what is there to debate him about? What are we talking about here? I slept so good at night knowing Yuri's fighting a dude for the belt that isn't coming to sniff his balls for 5 rounds. The Yuri Prohaska fight against Carlos Ulberg. The JDM fight against... Let's have a look at the cards. What do we got coming up? Let's see what the good fights to look forward to are, chat. Enough negativity. What are the good fights to look forward to? I'm going to read some chats. I'll catch up on everyone's chats. And then we'll go and look ahead at the cards for some fun fights. What can we really get around? No, I mean, I watch actual MMA. Sean took Izzy's chin in the first round. He's never been the same since. How can Sean take his chin if he didn't knock him out? What are you on, man? Kevin versus Josh predictions. Kevin versus Valejos prediction. What? Kevin versus Josh. What? Okay, it must be high. You must be high. Yeah, do your job, Doug, and watch some actual MMA. I watch MMA all the time. Listen closely. You can actually hear Dougie's testosterone dropping. That is what happens when I see a broccoli head. Dougie training for his debate. I just wanted to see what we would debate each other on. Why does every 14 to 24-year-old have broccoli hair now? I don't know, Tobturo. I don't know, but they all just sort of move together like a hive mind. MMA YouTubers have never been punched in the face. Let's change that. I agree, Master MMA. I've been punched by a mark looking like Bouncer. That was the worst punch I ever received. And then we used to get into a lot of barroom brawls back in the day. He does glaze Khamzat. I didn't hear it. When JDM sleeps Prates, Dougie is forget entirely about Rick Terrell. Mate, I don't even know who Rick Terrell is. You're talking about Mick Terrell, the mighty BKFC boxer. I'm picking Valejos to beat Emmett. I am also picking Valejos to beat Emmett. I think I was trying to say, will you watch live YouTube MMA and share it on the screen, if that makes sense? You're asking me if I'm going to bring up a fight for tape study and put it on the side of the screen. That's what you're asking me. I flicked my own lip there. I will when it's the correct time and place. Right now, the chat's flowing quite well. We're having a good debate. Sometimes, Noob Cake. Not every stream. You know, like, not every stream I can do the fighter matrix. Gets people too excited. It's like if you're, you know, constantly going at it, you get erectile dysfunction. So sometimes you need to just pace the channel. Today's not a content day for that. Although we might do some tape study. There's still half an hour left of the stream. I was watching some videos on plastering and man, that job looks brutal. Thank you, Mitch. It is. Go to town obviously took Izzy's shit. Yeah, it is. It's very exhausting to do my life. It's fucking exhausting. But that's all right, because one day I might make half of my income from YouTube. Guy there, Alex! Good to see you, mate. Gototan obviously took Izzy's chin. There's no way Sean, as much as I'm a fan of him, could drop Izzy without that. I mean, yeah, Poatan is the one that did it. Me versus Jarlin Turner. Hey, the real draw Dober is here. I remember you. You used to be on the channel all the time, mate. You destroy Jarlin Turner. It's in your bloodline. You just need to watch more of his stream. He was saying that Khamzat would beat Yuri at lightweight. Well, he might. Khamzat might be able to take Yuri down. How many gay bar brawls have you been in, Dougie? Oh, a lot. A lot. A lot. I didn't count them all, you know what I mean? A lot. When was the last time you watched Emmett versus Mitchell? I don't know. I might chuck it on today, Mr. C. I'm not talking about today. Okay, maybe I'm not talking about today. I don't understand what you're asking then. Yes, I will watch fights on the screen again one day, Noob Cake. It will happen again, yes. Do you ever wear stilts? I wear the stilts almost every day. Dougie was sandblasting hookers. All right. The fight might be this weekend, but I'll be fighting for my life in the mosh pit tomorrow. Where are you going tomorrow, Alex? Let us know, brother. Let us know. All right. Let's look ahead. Let's look ahead at the UFC. What can we get excited about? What can we actually get excited about in the UFC? What's coming up that can get our pickles tickled, boys? What's coming up that can get our pickles tickled? Evloev versus Murphy is not going to be fun at all. Thank you so much for the 20,000 dong, Mr. C. I really appreciate that, mate. Thank you so much, dude. Why can't I hear it? Did I miss it? Doesn't matter. I said, wow, look at those zeros. That's a lot of Vietnamese zeros. Luke Riley versus Michael Aswell Jr. That'll actually be fun. Michael Venom Page versus Sam Patterson. That'll actually be fun. Austin Lane versus Zero Baranowski. That will not be great. Roman Dolidze versus Christian Leroy Duncan. That actually will be fun. Okay, this isn't a bad card. There'll be some fun on here. Why haven't we cut Antonio Tricoli yet? Why haven't we cut Antonio Tricoli yet? He's fucking dog shit. Look at him. Why haven't we cut Antonio Tricoli yet? Why are you still in the UFC? Go away. Get the fuck out of my organization. You're actual garbage. All right, whatever. Okay, so there's some good fights on the London card. That's not bad. Adesanya versus Pyfer is going to be fucking awesome to watch Pyfer destroy Israel Adesanya. Yuck on the co-main event. Yuck. Anselm Aldul League versus... Yuck, no one cares. Julian Rose is not... No. Michael... Oh my god, this card is slop. Oh my god, this card is terrible. Oh, this card is terrible. Navajo Sterling is the best fight on the card. Oh, and Ricky Simon as well. And Marcin Tybura. How can we forget about Marcin Tybura? This card isn't great. It's essentially just Pyfer versus Adesanya. Moicano versus Duncan at the Apex. Fucking hell, what is with these co-main events? Someone put a bullet in my brain. Oh, Ethan Ewing's back. Nice turnaround. And Charles Radke. All right. There's some things to look forward here. Stuart Nickel will be making his debut, I believe. Second fight in the UFC. No. Stuart Nickel's going to get a win before he gets cut. Fucking hell, that's not good. All right, there's some things to look forward to. We got some stuff to look forward to down the pipeline. We'll be all right. And then Prohaska versus Allberg. That's a massive fight. Massive fight. Let me go back and read some chats. Sorry, guys. I'm tired. That's all right, Noob Cake. You're all good. Go get some sleep, mate. Sean had Izzy on banana peels. Sean did have Izzy on banana peels, but he didn't take his chin. Going to a rowdy show in Nashville. Going to practice my spinning elbows and flying knees. I like it, Alex. Yeah, nothing like being in a mosh pit and just running at people with your elbows out. I think Mobzar beats Murphy by decision. Crazy take, Meat Rocket. What else you got for us? Do you have any other takes? Mobzar of Lawyer via decision. Do you have any other hot takes, Meat Rocket? Cut Tai to Ivasa. Yeah, we do need to cut Tai to Ivasa over that other cunt. Ain't no way we got Drew Dober on Dougie's corner before GT. We might get Drew Dober if we harass his Instagram. Navajo. Tricoli's still in the UFC because he's dating the champion Mackenzie Dern. That's right. I forgot about that. You're right. He's smashing Mackenzie Dern. So that means he has to get his face smashed in the UFC. Tafiki versus Bahamundos is quite a good fight. That is not a bad fight, Mr. C. I'm going to bed. Hopefully I don't make a fool of myself in the next trip. You're all good, Noob Cake. I just had no idea what you were saying, but that's all right. You have a good night's sleep. We'll see you tomorrow. Izzy versus Pyfer is good. What's up, 666? How are you, man? Good to see you. Blessings and all that be upon you, my brother in Christ. May the Lord look over you. Izzy versus Joe Pyfer is a good one. You're really asking what's going on in the UFC right now? Did you forget about the Ford UFC Freedom 250 card? That card is dog shit. Piper is going to turn off the body cam on Israel Adesanya. Oh, you know it, mate. You know it. You know it. Izzy's going to be saying, I can't breathe as he's getting fucking slimed out. Hey, Dougie, name a more niche UFC fighter. I'll go first. Do Won Young. Remember this guy had a 13-fight win streak. KO Kennedy Nuzanchukwu and hasn't won since. 4 L's in a row now. That's insane. My name is Deshaun. More niche fighter. Cody Haddon. 2 amazing wins in the UFC 2 years ago, then broke his ankle. Hasn't been back since then. Cop that. I'm playing Crash Royale. Who wants to join in? Eric, end yourself. Thank you for the $100, Eric. Massive donation from Eric. Thank you for the $100. Gracias, gracias, gracias. Have you been steady cutting weight since you were Tuivasa maxing on the camping stream? I've been doing better. I've been eating a lot of tuna and rice. That was a fake account, huh? I mean, are you not ready for UFC 250? UFC 250 sucks. How much have you spent on Clash Royale? Yeah, since when did Joe Piper become a badass? Since me and him had our beef. Don't you know about this, MMA Johnny? Joe Piper carries around a photo of me and he wants to slap me. Gavin Tucker, that's fucking niche. Not much, only the last 3 months. I'm playing with myself. Who wants to join in? That is disgusting. Let's watch some tape of some fights. Let's watch some fight tape, shall we, chat? Who should we watch some fight tape of? Khamzat Chimaev. Let's do some fight tape for Khamzat Chimaev. In honor of Khamzat Chimaev, fighting Sean Strickland. Khamzat's unstoppable takedowns. Let's have a look at this, Chatterton.
This fighter has unstoppable takedowns.
Look at this. All right, we don't need this to be on double the speed. Just a singular speed will do. Let's switch over to here. Let's have a look at this, boy. Where I'm up to. Oh, yeah. That's good stuff there. Khamzat Chimaev's unstoppable takedowns. I got to read some chats, and then we'll do this. Where am I up to? Which fighter have you enjoyed watching the most? Not your favorite fighter or the best fighter, just enjoyed the most. Well, you gotta love Drew Dober's fights. You gotta love Yuri's fights, JDM's fights. Kevin Vallejos' fights are always great. Josh Emmett is always in a fucking sick scrap. Calvin Cater is always in great fights to watch. What are some other stand and bang awesome fighters? Barboza's career has been amazing. You got to love watching every Edson Barboza fight. Especially against that one he had before the Lerone Murphy fight where he pulled it out of nowhere. These kind of fights. The N-word pass, I thought you had a yearly subscription. Mate, I say the N-word whenever I want. Steve Garcia tape study. Steve Garcia is good. I really like Steve Garcia. If I was busy, I would retire. If I was Izzy, I would retire before I fight Joe Piper. Yeah, that would be a smart move, Johnny, because he's going to get slimed out. Impression of Joe Piper being forcibly dragged into a Taco Bell. No, dude, not again. Not again, dude. I don't even care. I don't even want to be here, man. I want him to beat Diego. He's a nice guy. I really do like Steve Garcia. Steve Garcia used to be my little sleeper agent, but now people know about him, so I need to find a new sleeper agent. Gilbert Burns versus Khamzat. Great fight. This new Chaos mode is like playing... What? Clash DDP style? I don't know what you're talking about. What do you think JP Buys I'm doing right now? What do you think JP Buys is doing right now? JP Bays is doing right now? McDonald's overnight shifts? Probably. Drew Dober versus Israel Adesanya? That would be a great night. Watching a video of a wrestler saying there is a pressure point in the large area of the head beneath the thumb. There's a pressure point in the large area of the hand beneath the thumb where you press to unlock the hands. You have to attack it while you're trying to get up. That's true, actually. There is a pressure point in the hand beneath the thumb. It's right there. And if you push it, it will sting. Yeah, that is a good one. Let's have a look at Khamzat Chimaev's unstoppable takedowns.
This fighter has unstoppable takedowns. Khamzat starts by applying pressure, trying to back up Whitaker. Khamzat feints a jab and an uppercut, which backs up Whitaker, and he shoots a takedown, driving him to the cage.
That's true. But this is just a regular takedown. Although Khamzat does fight. I've talked about this before as well. Khamzat will fight the foot. Most people, see how low Khamzat gets? Most wrestlers don't get this low. They'll either go for like the high crotch single or the blast double leg, hoping to get you against the cage and then sort of judo roll you to the ground. Not Khamzat Chimaev. No. He'll go straight to the foot and climb you back from there.
But immediately grabs an ankle to break Whitaker's base, and he gets a single leg. Whitaker tries to post on Khamzat's head and build height, but Khamzat switches to a body lock. As Whitaker tries to get up,
Yeah, he instantly goes for the back. Khamzat always does this. Always instantly looks for the back. I think he tricks people into giving him his back because he shoots so low and goes for the leg. It makes people feel safe because they don't feel the pressure on the back. So they essentially turtle and go to stand up. And Khamzat's already right there transitioning as their transition.
Khamzat uses his left leg as a block, and he lifts Whitaker and returns him back to the ground. At the same time, Khamzat drives with his right shoulder, which allows him to get to Whitaker's back, and he gets a rear body lock. As Whitaker builds height, Khamzat uses his left leg once again as a block, and he uses his body lock to shift Whitaker's weight forward, getting him back on the mat. Because Whitaker is posted, there is space for Khamzat to slide a hook in. As Whitaker tries to build height with his right leg, Khamzat uses the hook he has to sweep Whitaker's leg, preventing him from building height. Is Khamzat the best wrestler in MMA?
How is Sean Strickland going to stop these takedowns? Teeps up? Teeps to the body? Can we find something on Sean Strickland's takedown defense? How good is Sean Strickland's takedown defense? From the Weasel!
What's up, guys?
The Weasel MMA. Let's have a look and see if we can break into this. Let me read some chats. Boo, Whitaker, boo. No, Whitaker's one of the best. Stop it. Boo, don't you boo Robert Whitaker. Don't you dare, mate. Steve Garcia is cool until he talks. I don't mind Steve Garcia. I like him. Khamzat just needs an off-balancing to build the body lock. Khamzat just needs an off-balancing act to build the body lock. That's true, Cayman, yeah. I use my wrestling technique on women. They love it because none of them have ever felt that pure domination. Mate, nothing like it, brother. When they really know that they're in your vice grip, ultimate wetness ensues. I Khamzat women in an alleyway. I know, Eric. I've got the footage at the start of the stream. DDP rematch with Khamzat Chimaev. Ooh, DDP's going to have to win 2 or 3 fights. I reckon probably 2 fights, MMA Master. We need Corey Sandhagen versus Khamzat Chimaev just for the chance of a flying knee during the takedown. Maybe that's what Sean's going to be going for. Hiding the flying knee behind the teeps. He did end up landing the knee on Fluffy's stomach. That is what caused the end of the fight, right? Izzy was coming off a win versus Alex when Sean took his chin away from him. Sean didn't take Izzy's chin away from him, bruh. Khamzat versus Islam at welterweight. Khamzat versus Islam Makhachev at welterweight. Never happening to Turu. Khamzat can't make the weight anymore. He ragdolled Whitaker. I mean, not really. He didn't really ragdoll him. Chimaev versus Zion Dude Clark. Problem solved. Bring in the bloke with no legs. I like it. Khamzat is attacking the legs simultaneously while doing body lock stuff, while American wrestlers don't even attack the legs. No, they don't. At all. That's all something that Charles Oliveira has brought into his wrestling as well. Eric the therapist is a therapist. He is a therapist. Strickland will use the Philly shell defense, but that's not really good for takedown defense, is it? Why are we booing Volk? They should have booked Whitaker versus Roundtree Jr. at the White House. That would be a sick fight. That would be a sick fight. Whitaker versus Khalil Roundtree Jr. Yeah, dude, why didn't they get Khalil Roundtree on that Roundhouse card? On that White House card? American, fun fight style. Why didn't they book that? Who the fuck is that guy? Steve Garcia is our little battle gnome, mate. Just had rolling with a cage girl in I got hard rolling with a cute girl in jiu-jitsu years ago. I don't blame you. That's easy to happen. Strickland can drive knees to the body. It's harder than being said, but if Strickland can survive and actually make Khamzat work for the takedowns and transitions, Khamzat can gas in the 3rd and the 5th. That is true. Like, you can gas Khamzat if he's actually working, right? Like, people who are saying Khamzat's gas tank is fixed, not true. Khamzat didn't work in the DDP fight. He just wet blanketed. When are you going to get on Rumble? My pop is always telling me it has a Bitcoin wallet built in. Well, I don't have any crypto. I have actual physical gold. And there's no audience on Rumble, unfortunately, Mr. C. I used to put my videos on Rumble every day. They weren't getting any views. There's no audience there. We could have had Yuri versus Khamzat and had Alex stayed at light heavyweight. We could have had Yuri versus Khamzat and had Alex stayed at light heavyweight. I don't want to see that. I'd much rather see Khamzat stay where he is. I'd much rather see Yuri with the belt. I'd much rather see Alex Pereira with the belt at heavyweight as well. Reyes versus Khalil Roundtree. Guaranteed murder on the White House lawn. Guaranteed murder on the White House lawn. Sean's pocket boxing took Izzy's chin away. Sure. All right, what are you, fucking Toad now? They would love Whittaker versus Roundtree. They would love that one, Eric. I just watched a video about a Serbian bottle incident. Thoughts? The Serbian bottle incident. I don't know what the Serbian bottle incident is, Better MMA. I'm on Rumble for Nick streams. Yes, he's the only one with an audience on Rumble. What separates American wrestling from other styles is we don't lock out hands on the ground. That is why we don't have boring stalemates, but it doesn't translate to MMA. We do attack the legs, though. I need to see tape on it, Mr. C. And what do you mean we? You ran off to Thailand. All right, let's have a look at Sean Strickland's takedown defense. Let's have a look.
Is very high up to block the right overhand. Now, not the exact same kind of feint, but Imavov does throw up another left hook feint up top, but he didn't have enough distance as Strickland was pressuring forward now to use the exact same feint he did last time. So by leaning back, he throws what would be an intercepting left hook. Strickland did think that it was going to be a jab, that's why he extended forward with his right arm to parry what he thought was going to be a jab. And he leans his own head away. This is a very good reaction you want to see when you're trying to set up your takedown on your opponent. So he goes under for the double leg and everything looks pretty good, but you can see Strickland's arms are lowering. And he was still fast enough, even with the gained weight. He was much heavier in this fight because he did take it up on short notice. And it was at the light heavyweight division. He was still fast enough to bring that left hand, post it on Imavov's head, and push away while bringing his legs away from the takedown. And the fact that he pushed his head to the left is going to throw off a potential double leg, making that left arm of Imavov's a lot weaker.
But see, Khamzat doesn't care about the double leg. This is where Khamzat's going to be, in this sort of position here. And Khamzat's actually going to be, as we saw earlier in this video, Khamzat's going to be even lower. Khamzat gets even lower than Imavov, right? Khamzat goes all the way down. You see here? See how low Khamzat Chimaev gets? And then you see here, see, Imavov's going for that classic sort of single leg. Very different takedowns. Very fucking different takedowns there. And this is why Khamzat has so much more success rather than everyone else. Because he shoots
Khamzat immediately grabs an ankle to break Whittaker's.
Khamzat's always going for the feet. Everyone else is sort of going for that midsection to control the base, to control the body, to control the hips is the word I'm looking for here. Where am I up to? Yuri versus Allberg predictions? Oh, we're definitely going with Yuri Prohaska to destroy Carlos Allberg, mate. Everyone on this channel is. Everyone on this channel is, mate. Strickland gets get-ups are pretty basic get-ups. I think it's too basic to trick Khamzat. I agree with you, Cayman, yeah. Brother, I destroy Rasen Sambo players here, brother. I don't think there's anyone training MMA. I am a world traveler. I'm actually a world traveler. People don't know this, but I've traveled the world, actually. I've been to Vietnam. They don't have a gym culture. I was the biggest person walking around that entire city. Like, easily. I mogged everyone in the gym straight away. There are no Russian Samba players in Vietnam, brother. Americans learn folk-style wrestling at a young age all over the country, which bans locking your hands when you're in top position. Fucking gay. The storm is coming, says Mitch. Impression of Chimaev not doing research on his opponents because he believes he is the best and the same routine always works. See Zion Clark. Brother, how do I go for the legs, brother? Brother, how do I get the body lock, brother? Inshallah, brother, I don't know, brother. Isn't it ironic that Tom quit to a Frenchman? No, it's annoying. And he didn't quit. Okay? There is no way he's just going to stand tall and be fast enough for Khamzat. There's no way he's just going to stand tall. Yeah, he's going to have to switch it up, right? Garn doesn't look French to me. True. He's not an original French. By the way, have you brought up the Hitman website? It's a list of all the worthwhile combat sports events each week. How to watch in the time. No. We have to check this, Mr. C. I must check this. Although I do really just want to be funneling my effort into just BKFC because I think it's, I do really think it's the culture that we want and the, it's the culture that we want, the time zones that we want, and the violence that we want. So I don't really need every combat sport in the world. I just need BKFC, but I'll check it out, and I am checking it out right now. Live combat schedule for the weekend. PGF grappling sounds gay. Hype was gay. Treasure 11 boxing sounds gay. Indian boxing. Ah! Yuck. Boxing, road to UFC, sounds gay. Definitely gay. I don't know what this is, but that's gay. Good card. Good card over on One Championship. Muay Thai MMA card. Really good card over at One Championship. Cage Warriors is always goated, but unfortunately it's just a feeder organization. Cage Fury is always great stuff. LFA is always good. Boxing, gay. AFL, not gay. Pretty good. The hell is this? Alright, this is a sick website. I didn't know about this website, brother. This is a sick website. Eternal? When's Eternal? Saturday night? Get the fuck out of here. I didn't know Eternal was on this Saturday night. Oh shit, yeah, cunt. Fucking oath, boys. Eternal MMA in Australia this weekend. Fucking get around it, boys. If you got Fight Pass, fuck, I'm gonna need to get Fight Pass again. Fuck, I can't unsubscribe from Fight Pass. Shit. If I unsubscribe from Fight Pass, I won't be able to keep watching MMA. Eternal MMA in Australia. Ah, oh, fuck. Oh, I didn't think about that. I'm cooked. Fuck. I need to have a think. Fuck, do I get rid of Fight Pass? I need Fight Pass to watch this. To watch Eternal. Oh, fuck. Hold on. Where am I up to? But this is a good website. I need to bookmark this website. This is a great website. Great website. Done. DDP needs to practice soccer kicks for the rematch. Catch him when he's coming in. True 666. Just fucking send one right up the middle, cobber. Dougie, I've traveled the world. Also, Dougie, never been to America. I've literally been to America twice. I even said that during this stream. I'm in the Gold Coast of Vietnam. Much bigger gym culture here than Ho Chi Minh. That makes a lot of sense because there was no one in the city. No one. Sex website with your mum and I. Disgusting, Eric. But you're not. You know what? You're not allowed to say that. Not even for $100. You're not allowed to say that. All right. I want to find a good-looking Australian girl who isn't a liberal. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen, brother. Not gonna happen. The culture of BKFC, aka Meat Pie, Packadurries, creative VBs from the server. That's the culture that I want. You guys can watch whatever you want. I'm quite happy with the culture being a Meat Pie, a Packadurries, and a creative VBs from the servo. My mate is going to that Eternal card. That Eternal card's really good. Really good. Van Huren is back. What happened to the rugby guys running into each other? They probably made it illegal because it's brain damage. Dougie's already crawling back. I know. What was it like in America? It's really good. I really like America. How do the grappling belts work? Armin won a belt, so he's now supposed to defend it like a UFC belt. It's just to make the show more interesting, Chino. He'll vacate it straight away. Like, how are these giving belts to fighters that grappling isn't their main sport? Yeah, it's just for the show, Chino. It's literally just for the show. So your missus is not liberal or good looking. You trapped yourself into a corner there. No, she is insanely based, insanely good looking, but she's Greek. Not Australian. She's Greek. Very Greek. Dougie in 2026 loves Armin, hates Tom, stops watching the UFC. All right, number one, I don't hate Tom at all. I'm still a massive Tom Aspinall fan, and I've not stopped watching the UFC. I am diversifying my combat sports experience, okay? That is what it is. I don't hate the UFC or Tom Aspinall. I'm not going to stop watching the UFC. I'm just diversifying my combat sports experience. That's all it is. BKFC on Tapology. Whoops. That was a wet one. This weekend, boys, just before the UFC card, BKFC, Mick Terrell in the main event against the Scotsman. Mick Terrell in the main event of the BKFC card. It will be on a couple of hours before the UFC. Check it out, check it out. Sunday morning for us Australians. Make sure to check it out. Links are in the Discord page. Just by the way, can you guys see that new Discord page that I made? Like, is that available to you guys? It's called Watch Fights and Other MMA Promotions. Are you guys seeing this page? I want to make sure that you guys can see this page. For me, it's underneath the VIP members page. That's where I can find it, yeah? Will be the next Power Slam champion, probably. W way to weasel yourself out. I mean, it's true. Greek, like the yogurt? Yes, like the yogurt. Props to you. Yes, yes, yes. When is the next Friday night, Five Nights at Freddy stream? Next Wednesday. We'll do Wednesday night gaming streams. Lucky your chair is dark. No, you guys can't see it. Can you guys actually not see it? Like, I'm serious. Is that not? Because I made it read only, so... Hang on a second. Can you guys not see this channel here? I'm serious. Watch Fighting and Other Promotions, because I'm not entirely sure how Discord works. So I need to know. Can you guys see this channel here on the Discord? Yes, Greek like the yogurt. Yes. Can you guys see this channel on the Discord? I need serious feedback. Hello? Real Bruce Wayne? Eric? MMA Master? Hello? Anyone? Bilal? Can you guys see this? I need the actual feedback. Because I'm posting pay-per-view links in there for you guys, plus the timings for you guys, so you guys know when everything is on. I'm trying to help you guys not be so bored by combat sports. Help me help you. Can you at least go to that channel and see it? You don't see it? Edit channel. Ah, I've made it a private channel. No? How about now? If you guys refresh the Discord, can you see it? I think I made it a private channel. I'm going to hit up Greece on your way to Serbia? Yeah. I see the channel updates and Streets Fights has moved to the top. So if you guys refresh now... It should be underneath the general channel. And it will have links to fights, plus the times of fight cards for everyone's region. Yes, you see it now. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. I see it now. Awesome. Thank you, Eric. Appreciate it. I see it now. Right, so I had it set to private, so I'm an idiot that doesn't know how to use Discord. All good. All good. I see it now. Yeah, it was me. It was me being an idiot. How do you do extra short streams whenever... It's like... I like how you do extra short streams whenever... It's been an hour and a half. It's been an hour and a half. It's been an hour and a half. It's been the proper allotted time for the stream. Plus, I have to work on the Vietnam vlog. It's like, I think it's going to be about an hour. I need to work on the Vietnam vlog. So I got to get out of here, guys. Thank you all so much for being here. Been 20 minutes. It hasn't. It's been an hour and a half. I need to also make a highlight of this stream. I need to turn this stream into a highlight. Plus, I also need to work on the Vietnam stream. So I got stuff to do. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. See you, lad. Take care. I will, Digger. I will. Literally been 1 minute and 30 seconds. All right, Chino. Thank you. Dono. Hey, what's up, Real Drew Dober? I haven't seen you in ages, man. I hope you've been well, sus past you. Great stream. I think we had a good stream. I think we had a fun stream, right? Everyone had a fun stream? Put your hand up if you had a fun stream. Raise your hand if you had a fun stream. Who had a fun stream? I had a fun stream. It was a great stream. It was a great stream. We did some tape study. We talked about the UFC. We talked about actual combat sports. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. If you guys are bored on Saturday and you're in America, or if you're up early on Sunday morning, or if you're bored on Saturday evening in the UK, make sure to get yourselves over to the BKFC. It will be on live about 2 hours before the UFC Fight Night card. So there's no reason not to watch it. Mick Terrell, former BKFC champion, will be taking on the up-and-coming Scotsman, McFarlane, in their main event. Plus, all the other fights are guaranteed to be crackers. It's going to be a fucking fun night of fights on Saturday. Mick Terrell, the great Mickey Terrell. So there was a Drew Dober, Until then, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. I appreciate all of you so much. I'll see you guys in tomorrow night's live stream where we have to do our picks for UFC Emmett versus Vallejos. We'll be doing our picks in tomorrow's stream. I hope you all have a great night. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you, Eric the Rapist, for the massive $100 donation. I really appreciate that, Eric. Thank you so much, man. Dougie completely forgot about the real Drew Dober. Never. There will be a reason not to watch it if you don't stream it. I'll get up early and I'll stream it, which means my UFC streaming day will go from a 6-hour day to a 10-hour day. I can't wait. But how else are we going to get it going? You know, these are the sacrifices we need to make. You want to be a YouTuber? You got to sit in this fucking chair and you got to make the fucking content. I told you we'll do 5 Nights at Freddy's maybe next Wednesday, maybe the Wednesday after that. We might play a different game next Wednesday on the gaming channel. That's it, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you tomorrow. Dougie forgot about Drew Dober. I did. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you guys. Have a good one. Have a good one. Bye, 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 bye. Goodbye. Goodbye, family. Goodbye, UFC family. You good chat. You good chat. That 100 is worth more than a maybe. You know what? For $100, we'll do 5 Nights at Freddy's next Wednesday. Okay? Okay. Okay. Goodbye, chat. You good chat. You did good today, chat. Good chat. Very well done. Good chat. Yes? Who's a good chat? Who's a good chat? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're a good chat. Yes, you are. Who's a good chat? Yes, you are.